There are many issues we might identify as important to developing and transforming the inner life of a leader, which is the first half of the book, but I've chosen to focus on 4 that have emerged over the years as foundational. They not only lead to a deep and transformed inner life, but as you'll see, they powerfully inform our whole outer life as leaders. Things like planning and decision making and culture and team building and how we exercise power and wise boundaries and endings and new beginnings. But the first of the 4 inner life issues is this chapter, Face Your Shadow. Every one of us has gifts, and every one of us has what I call a shadow. Now, the shadow is the accumulation of untamed emotions, those less than pure motives and thoughts that, while largely unconscious, they strongly influence and shape our behaviors. It's the damaged but mostly hidden version of who you are. So it erupts, this shadow, in various forms, and it reveals itself in sinful behavior such as judgmental perfectionism and outbursts of anger and jealousy and lusts and resentments and greeds and bitterness. Or it just actually may reveal itself more subtly through a need to rescue people or be liked by others, or a need to be noticed, or an inability to stop working, or a tendency toward isolation or rigidity. The best way to get at it is by looking at a few examples. So for example, many of us have gifts of speaking and mobilizing people. That's good. But the shadow side of those gifts are we have an incredible need for affirmation from other people. Or we value excellence. That's great. The shadow side emerges when that pursuit of excellence crosses a line into perfectionism, and we don't allow for mistakes. A good thing is we're zealous for God's truth and right doctrine. That's good. The shadow emerges when our zeal prevents us from loving people who disagree with us. Or maybe we long to see the church maximize its potential for Christ. That's good. The shadow takes over when we become so preoccupied with achieving objectives that we're unwilling, or we can't listen to other people, and we create an unsustainable pace for those serving with us. And there are consequences, of course, when we choose to ignore our shadow. Now, you may be doing that, and we do it. We deny it, we minimize our shadows, we blame other people, we rationalize it away, we put up a defensive shield. But the consequences are devastating because our shadow then ends up undermining the best of who we are. And that shadow ends up limiting our ability to serve other people. But by God's grace, there are treasures and gifts in our shadows if we'll face them. God's power is made perfect in weakness. But facing our shadows is a formidable task. The self-protective layer of who we are can be very creative in finding what appears to be legitimate ways to avoid looking at our shadows. This chapter will talk about 4 pathways to face your shadow. Things like taming your feelings by actually naming your feelings and using a genogram to explore the impact of your past and on the present. Identifying the negative scripts that are handed down to us, and then seeking feedback from trustworthy sources. So again, be sure to take the How Healthy is Your Approach to Your Shadow assessment that's found on pages 58 and 59 in the book before your team actually meets. And then later on, you may want to watch the free online video that uses the worksheet that's found in Appendix 3, Genogram Your Family, that will help you understand your family history's impact on the present. And you can get that tool accessed on our website, emotionallyhealthy.org, under the Emotionally Healthy Leader. Thanks. Enjoy.